Oh boy, the Fusion event is starting right now. And even if you are not interested in the Fusion champion, and I think a lot of people aren't, don't want to sleep on this guy. We're going to talk about the Fusion event and how to play it optimally and why it's important to pay attention because of this new epic Skinwalker, which is a part of the event. Now, if you have not done so already, there is a link in the description for you to download Raid Shadow Legends. You're going to get Corrado Fox Hunter, which is a legendary. Then you're going to get Ugo, which is an epic when you get to level 15. And this is kind of important right here. In the first 24 hours of playing Raid Shadow Legends, use promo code Monkey King, and that works on Android or the PC client. If you're on iPhone, you'll have to go to the website, and a link to the website will be in the description where you can put in the promo code. Got to do that. So good. And then also for this month, starting on the 10th, and then behind me through the 4th of May, there's going to be a login calendar where you will get a legendary if you log in throughout the month as well. So what is going on? Well, we have a Fusion event, and somewhat of a controversial Fusion, very much a Hydra character. I was interested, or maybe I am interested, I'm not entirely sure yet, because I do need another Hydra character. Hydra is challenging. I have one Hydra team. Maybe, at best, I have one Hydra team, right? And 6 characters make a Hydra team. I need 3 of them, so I need 18 characters. Will this character be in my top 18 Hydra characters? Absolutely. But the way that the event works is that there are fragments for the epic to fuse. And if you complete 100%, which is never easy, it's always challenging. And I think a lot of people did the Fabian event, and so their resources are strapped. The way that the event has a total of 450 available fragments. So this is kind of annoying to me. 4.5 of the epic, and the epic, of course, 4 epics will go and make the legendary. Now, I think where it gets frustrating, especially for a lot of people, is going to be the Summon Rush events and then the Hero's Path event, which is also a combination of summon champions or getting artifacts and accessories. I got to figure out how that works, but there's a total of 100 there. And I think this is where, you know, the hoarding of shards to get enough points. I personally have the hardest time with dungeon divers, and that creates the situation. Now, this happened with me during Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter was also a character that I was personally interested, but I was also interested in the epic, and I had to make a decision between one or the other. I really wish there was a total of 500. That way I could get an epic and the legendary, but what this does for me is if I was going to go for the legendary, this allows me to skip 2 events. Like if I just don't play it perfectly, then I miss 2 events. I don't get the 25, and the 25, well, I could get a total of 450 once I get the 4. But I'm thinking I'm going to skip this guy. Not entirely sure yet, and I think most players are going to skip this guy. But if you're not going to skip this guy, great, go through this. I like the way the schedule is lined up right now. Thing is that CVC is starting tonight, so I really don't want to start doing the Spider or the Champion training event until CVC starts, because today is the personal rewards, and I don't really want to start Spider until the Dungeon Divers. And then when I open up all my stuff in CVC, I don't really want to start upgrading it until the gear enhancement event starts. So it requires planning. Let's talk about using the Marooned. And what a lot of people are saying is that there aren't a lot of good epic supports in the Skinwalker faction, and it remains to be seen whether or not he will be needed or required or vital for the new version of Faction Crypts, which is going to be a lot harder. Now, for me, I am 1 point short of completing the normal one, which is 21, right? And so this guy will help me get over the top and looks pretty good. The aura bonus is resistance. Okay. Might be useful. Maybe not. Probably not. Whenever this champion heals themselves using a skill, also heals all allies by 20% of any surplus heal. So if he's topped off, and then the heal will go to the allies. Oh, that's a support, right? Attack all enemies has 75% chance of removing 2 random buffs from all enemies, be able to strip the buffs away. So I kind of already have this from Sun Wukong, and Sun Wukong has proved to be one of the better skinwalkers that I have, better characters in my roster, actually. That's why I think the promo code is so important for new players. Heal this champion 10% of their max HP for each buff removed by this skill, and then that's going to kick over to the team when he caps out, right? I mean, this could be used for a lot of different things. There's artifacts and so on. So this could be like a nice team heal if you put him on the artifact sets that heal him every time he takes a turn. For sure. I feel like that's a no-brainer, right? Then right here, removes 1 random debuff from all allies. So he's a cleanser on the team, and he gets rid of the positive effects on their side. This is important. Heals all allies by 20% of the champion's max HP and places block debuff on all allies for 2 turns. This is a super useful support ability. Super useful. Attack one enemy, transfers a random debuff from this champion to the target, and then again the heal, which could get kicked back to the rest of the team. So there might be better support champions, but when it comes to the Skinwalker faction, that is very appealing to me, and this is a good epic. And this will also provide me an opportunity to fill out, you know, some of the stuff that I've got going on inside of my faction guardians. You know, here, you know, faction guardians, I've got skinwalkers. Well, that means if I could empower the guy right out of the gate, right? So that is good. I mean, that's going to make him more useful. And especially if faction wars, the faction crypts goes further, you know, I'm not quite there yet. I'm maybe like 800 out of 900. And I know the last 100 is the hardest for sure on maxing that out to get what? Lydia. I think it's Lydia is the reward to it. But anyways, yeah, I feel like this particular fusion, it's somewhat incentivized to save and skip, right? Because then the resources saved by not going hard on this fusion event calendar can be used towards the next one, and getting this guy seems pretty good anyways. And yeah, I mean, I went over the kit the other day, and it seems interesting. Well, this is the login champion for the month, which is very important, but the kit for this guy is just basically Hydra. Now, I do want to go over this because this is the free champion for the month for the login calendar. So we're talking about this right here. So Udex Artor, I'm covering up the name. So the speed in arena battles 25% if an enemy is killed by an ally's default skill after being revived by the revival mandate. Reset all cooldowns of the revival mandate skill. The enemy is killed by an ally's default skill after being revived. Okay, let's read it. Revives an ally with 50% HP and turn meter. Also places a 50% increased attack buff on that ally for 1 turn. Then activates the revived ally's default skill, targeting the enemy with the lowest HP. Oh boy, that is specifically for Sun Wukong, right? Because he's going to be dead all the time and he does a lot of damage. Oh boy. Oh, that's great. Oh, I think that's very good in arena. Place 50% increased attack buff and a 25% strength buff on all allies for 2 turns. Fills turn meters of allies by 15%. Yeah. This is an arena champion. I can tell right here. Heals all allies for 5% of the champion's max HP. Yeah. The only thing I don't know about is ally speed in arena battles for 25%. I feel like, you know, I've got some at 28 and some at 30, and I know 32 exists out there somewhere. And then when it's like void specific, there's even 40% ones. So that's, I mean, if this was like a 28%, I'd be beyond pumped. But that's going to be available to everybody just by logging in. So that's going to be fantastic. I think if you're a new player and you get this, plus you use the promo code Sun Wukong, right, to get Monkey King to get Sun Wukong, you're going to be in a good place. So be sure you use the link in the description. Get a legendary, get an epic, and use promo code Monkey King, and then log in to get that one guy I just went over right now, Udex Artor. I think you're going to be in a good place. I wish I had all those champions when I start playing the game. Anyways, bye for now.